I've been dying to get my hands on this. It's the new CEN Racing Reaper SC, a brushless four-wheel drive 110 scale, ready to run short course truck, and it looks absolutely awesome. I got a sneak peek of this truck back at the Nurses show last year, and I've been thinking about it ever since. It's got a really cool chassis design, the body's awesome, and they give you two sets of graphics so you can customize it the way you want. We need to take a closer look at what this truck's got going for it. The Reaper is out of the box, and it's looking pretty sick with this matte black finish. I don't know if I even want to put the decals on it. It looks awesome as is, really stealthy. And we got to talk about something that's been on my mind ever since it landed here. It's a short course truck. However, it looks more like a desert truck to me with the spare tire in the back, and it's got the fire extinguishers there, navigator there, which are typically signs of a desert truck, not a short course truck. Let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. Am I overthinking this thing? But back to the truck itself. So the body is Lexan. It's sprayed on the outside except for the interior portion that is painted from the inside, so it's a little glossy. Got decals on the driver and passenger figure, decals on the dashboard, molded helmets on the figures in there. So we've got a lot of detail, not a molded grille up front. These are just decals, headlights, and then on the side, just like an exhaust decal, body latch decals for the hood, and then in the back, there's that spare tire. We've got some decals and those fire extinguishers, but overall looks really cool, guys. Like the lines on this, just how we've got the vent areas, and it's even got roof skids too, which I know will come in handy for a lot of people. So 4 body clips hold on the body, no interior structure really to talk about. It does have some foam pads there for the body so it doesn't rattle around. And check out this chassis, guys. This is very cool. So I know some people are automatically gonna go, oh, they copied the Savage because it's got twin vertical plate. Guys, I'm really excited to see a new chassis on a short course truck that isn't a flat plate or just a molded tub. This is pretty cool looking, to be honest with you. So obviously, twin aluminum plate, or they call it a dual plate chassis, I believe. But anyway, there is your structure, that's your strength. And then it's got this front and rear composite plate setup that finishes off the rest of the chassis. And we'll start off here in the front. Actually, we'll go right to the front bumper. So good skid on the front of that, good bracing protection right behind it for those head-on collisions. Right behind that, look at the shock tower, which is pretty interesting looking. It's actually 2 pieces. It's a composite molded shock tower, but it seems pretty strong. And then it's got this bracing behind it. Check out the body mounts here, super rubbery. So those will just bend instead of break, which I really like. But back down to the suspension. So it's got composite shocks all the way around. These are a pretty large bore, 3.5 millimeter shock shaft on it. They are threaded, feel pretty good from the factory too. And then they're attached to these really chunky looking arms. They've got a nice smooth design to them, and they even have the inner plate up top just to seal it off. So it seems like a really strong suspension arm setup. And then they've got adjustable turnbuckles up above for the camber, turnbuckles for the steering. So it's got full adjustment here. Onto the back, similar shocks in the rear. They look like they're a little bit longer than the front. Similar size, actually, I think they're the same exact arm front to rear, just different side to side. And then they've got a really chunky looking hub in the rear, but back up to the front, the steering knuckle and the caster block on this look absolutely solid. Really nice design. Looks to be really durable too. Dual shear for the pivot points of the turnbuckles. All the good stuff that you'd really want to see. Right behind the front shock tower is the steering cranks. They're really buried inside of this like clamshell here. It's hard to get to. I kind of gave up taking it apart for you guys. Usually I like to show you all the internal stuff, but this was really just difficult. A lot of stuff to take apart on this truck to get to things that you need. So just be aware of that if you're looking to pick up one of these things. But the twin bell crank steering looks pretty solid, to be honest with you. It does have a Tamiya style servo saver that has those C-style spring clamps on it. Not a huge fan of that, but they say it's a strong one on the box, so we'll have to see how that is. And then it's got adjustable turnbuckles to link it all up. Onto the driveline in this beast. So some good stuff to talk about, and we'll start here with the center differential tucked away in this rear clamshell area. There's actually a little door so you could go and check the gear mesh if you need to over on this side, but it does have a gear differential in there with some pretty heavy oil until I opened it up, and there's not a lot in there. So there's definitely some coating the gears, but hopefully it doesn't just heat up and just walk away from the gears to where it gets too loose. Just a heads up on that one. It is sealed. It does have metal gears on the inside, only 2 bevel gears. I usually like to see 4 in there and then the 2 sun gears, but there's only 2 bevel gears. And at least the cross shaft does have the plates on it so it won't walk into the composite gear case. Now, it's got a really cool looking aluminum, hard anodized aluminum center shaft connecting the center differential to the front gear case. And inside there, you're gonna find another gear differential, metal gears, of course, just 2 bevel gears inside those differentials. I actually took apart the rear for you guys, and there was a ton of this just disgusting grease packed in there. And the grease was on the main ring and pinion as well, so they did a good job in building it, but man, that stuff does stink. Anyway, back to the rest of the driveline, which is really just bearings throughout the entire truck. And as you can see here, it has slider drive shafts. These are composite as well, and same with the out drives. Those are composite. So we're gonna have to see how well those hold up and the differentials hold up when you're running 3S power in this. I think gotta run 2S, because usually short course trucks, you run a 2S pack in these. So I think that's actually what I'm going to try first. So into the electronics, they have a Savox 12 kg servo with metal gears tucked away tightly in there. Right behind it is a receiver case where you find a multi-channel receiver just tucked away in there, nice. And right behind it is the speed controller. So it is a 2 to 3S compatible speed controller with a T plug on it. 80 amp setup. Right behind it is a 4000 kV motor. So it's got some power. And right here you can see these holes, and that's because there is a cooling fan for that motor. So they built that up right. Oh, wait a minute, I missed out on the spare tire rear bumper. So full-size tire in the back, usable if necessary, pretty good looking rear bumper. Oh, metal plates for the hinge pins on the inside. That's an important feature. And then the battery, this is the last thing I guess we should talk about, is the battery gets slid in through here, and it's got this Velcro strap to hold it down. So it looks like we got plenty of space in there, and that Velcro strap should hold it in place, but that is an interesting way to go throw a battery in one of these things. Finally, the last thing you guys need to know about is what else comes inside the box. So you get the AMP30 radio system. That is a 2.4 gig with some digital trims. Super basic tools. There is your manual, radio manual, parts breakdown, and here are the decals, which is pretty awesome. They give you 2 different styles and then some CEN decals to go along with it. All right, guys, time to go throw a battery pack in here and hit the dirt. All right, guys, you know I said it's got some desert truck vibes. Well, decided to bring it over here to the sand pit, and we're on 2S right now, and this thing's looking pretty good on 2S. Look at the power out of that thing. All right, and it's handling this rough stuff really well. Oh, man. You know, I was just talking to Tony CCXRC. He's got one, and he's like, dude, this thing's a blast. Wait till you drive it. And he was right, guys. This thing is awesome. The suspension's pretty dialed on this thing. It's just skipping over. I mean, this is some really rough stuff, and it's just skipping over it. Well, except for this vine here. Gotta get some more air under this thing. Okay, yeah, it jumps nice and level. Look at this. Little brake on that one, just to drop the nose down. Awesome control, guys. CEN's got something here. I mean, this is on 2S. It's pulling a wheelie off that landing. This is some exciting stuff. Got to get some side hilling in. Look at that. It just pulled a wheelie again. That is insane. I can't imagine this thing on 3S. Look how well it's handling. No sway bars in this. That suspension setup is perfect. Balance on the truck is really good too. You know, let's check out the steering, guys. I mean, we're in soft stuff. Off power. Whoa, we got a little tipsy. But yeah, off power steers well. Digs in a little bit. So it does have short course truck style tires and wheels. The rest seems desert truck vibe to me. Throw some light bars on there, maybe. Guys, I'm having a blast with this thing. It is super impressive. Some power. Little full throttle drive-by. Wow, even plenty of brake in this. Yeah, it's good. Front flip, landing on all 4 wheels. I think we need to send it next. And of course, I'm gonna get a run up, and here we go. Just gonna launch this thing. It went up, I hit way too much brake, it went down, and still saved it. Truck is looking good. All right, let's see if I can find a smoother path. Not major error, I mean, it's a smaller truck. I was here with the low C5 and it was blasting through here because it had much more of a stance to it. But this thing, I'm still impressed. Yeah, awesome jumping ability with this. Super cool truck. I think we need to try 3S real quick. All right, so I've got the 3S pack in there now, and I unfortunately have some sand in the tires. I actually bought a roll of tape to leave in my Jeep so I could just plug tires when I come here, but unfortunately I took it out. And so the tires, they're full of sand, guys. Oh well. But look at this thing now. Wheelies. That is sick. All right. CEN, next level here, guys. All right, even though it's got a lot of sand tires, we're gonna launch it now that we got 3S in it. And here we go. Just gotta open it right up. Think it can backflip. I think it can backflip, but all that weight in the tire, I think is actually helping out. Here we go. And let's hit this. And I just gotta keep on it. Backflipped. That was sick. Awesome release. Very cool. CEN did it up. I definitely recommend this thing, guys. This is so much fun. I'll have links right down in the video description below. Definitely hit up your local hobby shop to see if they have it. Yeah. Just doing a look over the truck, guys, just to see if there's any issues with it before I completely sign off here. Good job to those guys hanging out to see everything. So the body was kicked up over the rear bumper, and it does look like this piece here just came off the two-sided tape, and probably putting a screw through there would help. It does need a soft case 3S pack, by the way. The rear box area doesn't really fit a standard 3S lipo in there. And yeah, everything's looking solid, guys. Servo saver, little soft. Way too much sand in those tires. I apologize again. Definitely buying tape. But yeah, guys, it's looking good. Hear those fans going.